Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Charles with the latest episode of Charles Snyder Raw, which is unscripted, unedited, etc., etc. Well, for the most part, anyway. Usually I go into these things without much of a plan. I just kind of turn on the camera and start talking about something. But today, I've actually been kind of kicking around what I'm actually going to do for today's episode. I wanted to talk about, the last couple of videos, well, excluding last week where I was talking about digital disasters and clicking the wrong stuff at like 1 a.m. in the morning. I was talking about marketing, plumbing, and a fair amount about like search engine optimization, stuff like that. So I wanted to kind of continue along that route today, and I wanted to talk about page load speeds. Now, I've talked about this several times before, but I haven't done an entire episode just on page loading speeds. But before I get into all that, be sure you hit the subscribe button below. Be sure to follow us on social media. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get notifications of all the great videos and everything that we come out with every week. So anyway, recently Unbounce did a study over the October-November timeframe of last year, 2018. They surveyed more than 700 consumers and more than 300 marketers to get their views and collect some stats about page load speeds or website speeds, specifically mobile versus desktop versus tablet. And there's been some rather interesting information that came out of that study. And I'm not going to insult your intelligence. You can look this up. It's on the Unbounce website where they've done this survey. It's called a 2019 Page Speed Report. So again, that's unbounce.com 2019 Speed Report, where they give the details. I'm just going to kind of brush over some of this stuff real quick. I'm not going to insult your intelligence and sit here and read it for you. But some of the key things that I just wanted to cover was some stuff. Like I said, I've talked about page load speeds affecting your search engine placement, your search engine ranking. Google and Bing and Yahoo and the other search engines out there grade you on how fast your website loads. Specifically like landing pages, your home page, stuff like that. And the reason they do that is because if people are not staying on your website, you're not very good revenue for those search engines. Therefore, your ranking drops. So page load speed has become even more of a factor because nearly 70% of all consumers admit page load speeds impact their willingness to buy from you online. And it just goes on to say that, a lot of people are, pretty much impatient, and a lot of marketers know this, or at least are aware of it, but they're not making it a priority. And why should it concern you? Well, here's why. Basically, they like websites that are way faster. So the number of web pages that actually load in 3 seconds or less is about 2% of all web pages out there. 4 to 5 seconds is 13%. 6 to 10 seconds is 46%. And it just goes from there, which is ridiculous. But based on their survey, 85% of participants' landing pages were slower than Google's recommended 5 seconds or less over a 3G network. Now, Google has came out and stated that the numbers drop off drastically as soon as you get to 3 seconds or longer. So keep that in mind. If your pages are taking longer than 3 seconds to load, you're losing a lot of visitors. Consumers don't like slow pages. Going back to what I just said, they have found in of those surveyed, 1 to 3 seconds is 26.9%. Will state they will wait 1 to 3 seconds. 4 to 6 seconds, 32.3% people will wait that long. And again, Google states less than 5 seconds. However, like I stated, after 3 seconds, you have that sharp drop off. You're talking over, 60 some percent of people will only wait for about 3 seconds. After that, it drops off drastically. But here is one of the most important things that came out of this report. Slow load times lead to fewer sales. I think everyone pretty much understands that, or at least suspected that. Well, here's what consumers had to say. I am less likely to make a purchase if the page loads slow. 45.4%. 36.8% said they're less likely to ever return to a slow loading site. And 11.9% stated they would tell a friend that a page, a website loads too slow. Now, here's another little interesting tidbit that came out of this study. Half of all people said they would be willing to give up animation and video for faster load times. 56.6% said they would give up animations. 52.8% said they would give up video. Now, I'm a strong proponent of video, so get rid of those animations to help speed up your website. And the biggest takeaway from the whole survey is basically this: speed matters to your prospects, so it should matter to you. It's not rocket science, but apparently it's not a very high priority. It goes on, talks about like accelerated mobile pages and a whole bunch of other stuff, which is beyond the scope of today's video. We'll dig into some of this stuff a little bit later on. But what I wanted to do is I just wanted to just kind of demonstrate a little bit of what we're talking about here. So as you see from my screen capture, this is my agency's website. It is not one of our landing pages. Landing pages we've been using to capture email and information, stuff like that, in exchange for like our free marketing readiness worksheet or our 2019 resource guide, our 1 Minute Marketing Tips video subscription. So I tested the load speed for our landing page. This is how we're doing on mobile. So this is 88 is pretty good. It's not where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in the top 10%. We're close to it, but not where I wanted to be. So I need to do some research and find out how we can actually speed this up a little bit. But this is actually pretty good compared to this survey that Unbounced has done. And this is based on our 1 Minute Marketing Tips subscribe page. It's a landing page that people can go to subscribe to our 1 Minute Marketing Tips videos, which come out once a week on Tuesdays. So this is how we're doing on a mobile network. We're doing much better on desktop. It's 99%, which is we're in the top 1% there. So I'm very happy about that. But we just started implementing accelerated mobile pages. So this is something that we need to tweak more on the back end. And well, essentially I'm the one working on it right now because I'm really the only one that does the web development side of things. Been doing it for 20 plus years. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at. This is where you want to be, or a little bit better than what we're doing as far as, your landing pages and stuff. If you're sending people directly to your website, number one, that's a huge mistake. Websites or much slower than just landing pages. There's too many options on there. So if you're not using landing pages, that's the first mistake. The second mistake is if your landing pages take more than 3 seconds to load, you're losing customers. You're hemorrhaging them left and right. But that's the moral of the story for today. So anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to get this, clean this video up a little bit. There's a couple pauses in there, so I'll edit all that crap out so that you have a nice, short, quick video. Like 10 minutes is quick. Anyway, I'm out of here. Hope you have a great one. Subscribe to our 1 Minute Marketing Tips. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure to leave them in the comments section. We look forward to hearing from you. Love, peace, and chicken grease.